Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Saha Raghunatam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Pradhan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakanvitamscha Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Jakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Sri Krishna Chaitanya Kipaika Vidya Ya Maryata Rakshati Vaishnavanam Kripavalam Madhava Prastakami Sri Bhakti Dham Bharatimashrayami Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhupyaevaja Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Jai Gaur, Dandavat to all. And so again I feel very blessed to be in all your association, and because really we are so lucky sometimes, it's really unimaginable, because to come in contact with our Guru Varga, that is really such a rare opportunity. So each one of them is like one powerful lion, no? And their Harikatha is like their lion's milk. So if we drink that lion's milk, then we also can get power. We'll become very powerful. I mean, it's like a resistance against this material world, no? By getting nourished through this powerful Harikatha, this lion's milk. So yeah, there are so many temptations, no, in this world, and we need really power. Then we can sing like our Lochandas Thakur. I don't know if you know this, but there's one kirtan, it says like Samsara Sukha Mukha Dule Divajai Nagare Magia Kabogai Nitai. So Srila Lochandas Goswami is saying with full conviction that Samsara Sukh, he is like throwing ash, ash on this Samsara Sukh, this material happiness. So this material pleasure, fleeting pleasure, he is taking ash and throwing it through in front of this worldly pleasure. Nagare Magia Kabo Gainita, and I will just wander in the land of Navadvip or Vrindavan, living on roots and some flowers, drinking water from the rivers, very simple, and always calling out, Gaur Nitai, Gaur Nitai. So in this way I will maintain my life. And so it is such a strong conviction what those devotees have, no? And then he is saying, Je deshe nitai nai, se deshe na javo. Nitai vimukha jana, na mukha na herivo. So that means, Je deshe, deshe means, desh means the country or city. So I will not go to any desh, any city or any place in this material world where there is not the glories of my Nitai. I can see the glories or hear the glories of my Nitai and Gauranga everywhere. So, Jedeshe Nitayana, Sedeshe Najava, I will all avoid those places. In Nitai Vimukhajan, those places where the people all Vimukh, they are all against, looking in the opposite direction about Gaura Nitai. So means they are completely just materially absorbed and they don't know anything else that the pleasures of this body and mind. So, and so may I never look in the face of those who are vimukh, those who are against, they have a mood against Guru and Vaishnava, and so he avoid these places with all respect, so he don't want to be there. Like this strong conviction, such powerful, this we can, so a powerful mood we can only get by drinking lion's milk actually. So we have to have the right association, then we can get this strength, this power. Otherwise, the people will always influence us, and we can never get this power to have really such a strong conviction about Krishna consciousness. So especially this part, which in this world, unfortunately, very, very few they are walking on this path. So drinking this pure divine Harikatha, which is that which really comes from the lips of those, they are uncomparable with anything in this world. Those powerful servants of the army of Gaura Nitai. So if you have the chance to associate with them, to hear from them, then this power or this strength can also come to us. It must come to us, actually, that we also, we avoid all this. We can also spit on all this material pleasure, really from heart. Now, if we say it, then we are actually liars, because, if I can speak myself, but by associating with them, we can really get just disgusted with all this. It must come at one point. And really, if we feel we are weak and we have no other shelter, that is Nitai Charana Satya Dahara Seva Kanit. The lotus feet of Nitai, they are eternally present. These are the eternal servants, and also his Sevakas, the servants of Nitai, they are also eternally there. One time I was asking Babaji Maharaj that, we hear sometimes, or sometimes it is written in some scriptures or books, that Nitai or the Vaishnavas or Gauranga Mahaprabhu, they put the feet on the head. Sounds strange. Sometimes if we hear this, they put the feet on the head. So I asked, what is really the inner meaning of this? What does it mean? And then Babaji Maharaj answered me that that means that Guru and Vaishnava are giving shelter. It's like an umbrella. Their lotus feet, they are like an umbrella. If they are over us, then nothing can touch us. Today also, Babaji Maharaj said that if we will be always safe if we have always Guru and Vaishnava, if we always remember them, then nothing can happen. So that is the main thing, to remember Guru and Vaishnava, that will save us from all obstacles. So we have to remember them really at each and every moment, whatever we do. And so he said, if someone is really so lucky maybe to have some dream or something, and Nitai or Gauranga will appear and they will put their feet on our head, that means now we are really completely sheltered and they are protecting us. So that is the meaning of when the Vaishnavas or Nitai, they putting the head on the devotees. There's a nice picture you can also find in internet about Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, where Nitai is just sitting beneath this banyan tree, and then Raghunath Das Goswami approaches him and he puts the feet on, Nitai puts the feet on Raghunath Das' head. It's very beautiful. So like this, and we are really lucky to come in contact with this line, with this Gaudiya Guru Varga. What greater opportunity can be there. It is said, Dullabha Manushya Deho, Dehinam Chanupangara, Tatrapi Dullabha Manye Vaikunta Priya Darshanam. So this body, it can like Dullabha Manushya Deho, this material body, it can break at any moment. It is like a paper boat, no? If we want to cross with a paper boat the ocean, then how far and we can come. And so because it can be destroyed at any moment, no? And we are also like this fragile paper boat, no? We are floating in this vast ocean of the material world. So how we will cross it? So that is only possible if Guru and Vaishnava, they give us shelter. Like once I was there in, it's a little bit, the starting point when you go up to the Himalaya mountains, then there's one place, it's called Haridwar. And there already the Ganga is very powerful and much more different than here in Mayapur, because it's just coming from the mountains, no? Very clear also. The water is not, because nowadays the situation is very bad everywhere. They try to pollute, no? Also these holy rivers. But there, so it's not only very clear and clean, but also very rough. I mean, a lot of waves. But still, like, because it's usually custom to offer some deep, some light, so the devotees, all the people, they go there and put some kind of boat, no? Which is like sometimes it's made of some leaves or something natural, and there is like a small deep, some ghee, some lamp which is lighted by ghee. And one can also put some flowers and incense, and then you just put it in the water with love and affection, no, to offer. And then all these boats or these small cups will float. In the night looks very nice, because then you see all these lights floating. But how long you can see them? No, that is the question, because there is also at each moment the possibility that water comes into this small cup, or just the waves, they are so strong, so one by one turns off. And it's like also like us, no? If we come to devotional life, also we see so many coming and going, no? How far we can go. So it depends really only on Guru Kripa, how far we can go, because this material ocean is too much powerful, it is too much strong by what we are surrounded. Like this small candle, what the small candle can do in this vast stream of Ganga, no, it will be immediately finished. So, but Guru and Vaishnava, I was thinking that time, really, this gave me a nice teaching that, yes, their life is like this. We are like this small lights who are trying to survive in this material ocean, but it's almost impossible. So only those who have really taken shelter of Guru and Vaishnava, then they can reach, they will go further. But others, it's just again, punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. Just they take birth, they die again, take birth, they die again. So it's like an endless cycle of the samsara. You know? So this was a nice, I always remember. I have now also, I can see this picture, how those small boats are floating there and really only surviving on the strength of some higher grace. Otherwise, I guess it's not possible. And so, but even, yes, this body is very fragile and it can break at any moment. There is, we can use it for the highest benefit actually, to perfect our life, no? This body. And Just now also, before we were in the Goshala, Babaji Maharaj was inviting us to take prasadam there. It's always very nice because there he is completely in a different mood. No, usually he's sitting in asan and giving harikatha, but in Goshala he's very freely talking, and it's very nice. And there also one boy was there. He's longer since some time now with Babaji Maharaj also, but he's still in the school, and there is a lot of material influence also. I think this is applicable for all of us, because most of us, we are involved somehow in this material world, so the influence is very strong. And also this boy is influenced by his parents, now what to do, because he's in an age around 16, 17, so now the parents put also some pressure. It's nowadays no more like this, that the parents are having a big smile on their face when the son wants to become a sadhu. No, nowadays it's really something which they try to avoid. Previously in India it was very common, and the parents were very happy, and it was an honor to give the child for such a purpose. But nowadays they have all different dreams and ideas which they want to inculcate in their children's heart, and just live actually their own dreams. So he is also influenced by his parents, and he's a nice boy, and he has good capacity to start with all those. But you see that is, and then because he changed somehow his mood because of that association, and Babaji Maharaj said, okay, you try to speak a little bit with him. So by Babaji Maharaj's blessings, I was saying that why this happened, this change. And he told me that all this, when he is away from Babaji Maharaj, he is in a completely different environment, and he has to be with material people. So and they give a lot of influence, he said. And he become also more lazy, he become more lethargy, don't like to do so much seva, so it has influenced him. And I say yes, that is really because you have that golden opportunity. So now they all Maya is somehow tricking you, try to make some tricks by sending all those, because most of the people, they have a demonic nature, which is demonic nature in that sense that they are material, and they all want to influence him. So these tests are naturally coming, actually. All those who have gone a little bit further, they have gone through these tests, because it's not so easy to just come out of this material world and avoid all the other things, So there will be a lot of things, a lot of tests waiting for us, and it's quite natural. The path to hell is wide, they say, and the path to the God is very narrow. So the pathway of hell, so many will go. Almost this whole world will straight go to hell, actually. Hell means not a place where the devils are there, but just to have no God consciousness, completely materialistic mindset. So, in that narrow path, only a very few, they are going on this. So, I try to speak with him a little about these things, and he also understands, but it's difficult. And so what to do? We have to tolerate so many things, to go this pathway, because this material world is completely opposite of what we want to do. So all are busy with their body and mind, all the people around us. So how much things we have to tolerate it. If we don't do it for the sake of Gurudev, if we don't go through this, then yeah, we are also on the pathway which is wide and has the destination hell actually. So there has to be some choice in our life, and whom to believe, no? Because all they say, they speak also so many things to the boy, different relatives, his parents, the school teachers, and all they make some influence, no? Then, okay, Gurudev is there, or the Vaishnavas are there, but then it becomes difficult, no, to make a decision sometimes. At this stage, if the faith is not so strong, then we can be easily influenced. So we have to always be aware about all those points, and because most of the parents, no, they are themselves, they are not happy with their life, but still they want to put the same way of living on the child. the same downfall. They know actually that they are themselves, they are suffering, but they suggest the same thing. They have no idea of spiritual life, usually. So how they can give nice advice? And then each one of those who growing up, they have so many layers, no, which are put on them through media, through their friends and colleagues and school and parents. So now all these layers, I say, you have just to try to remove them and try really to find who you are, and from that point, you can really start devotional life. Otherwise, if those layers, which are just put on us in some way, we don't know even from where they come. Is it really us? Sometimes we really have to reflect on those things and go deeper. Which layer I have to remove, to come really to some thing which is the core of this whole thing. And to make this right decision is not easy. So in this age, it's really, one can give advice, but then still the person has to take the decision himself. Of course, if he has faith enough in Guru and Vaishnava, then he can get surely some advice, but if he is able to follow or not, that is the question, or that is the main question. Because if we have some old samskaras which are pushing us, and so we can also not follow that way which even Guru is suggesting, or the Vaishnavas are suggesting. And I say that yes, the time is really a big factor, because the moment which we are born here in this world, already the clock is ticking, tick, 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 is going down. And like Kala, this time is behind us like anything. Nobody can be spared from it. Like those kettles, they are pushed to the slaughterhouse, like we are like this. Sometimes here in India you can see some chickens on the bicycles of especially Muslims, because they eat them, they kill them, and then they're just on two sides, one chicken, and on the other side another chicken, and then you can watch them, or goats or whatever. But where they go, where they just they don't know actually, but they will all be slaughtered. They will all go now on this bicycle. This is their last. So we are also when we see this, yes, it looks strange, but we also, in some way, we are also in that position. So that is waiting for us. That is waiting for us. Some they have a death sentence, but our death sentence really is already spoken. We don't need to wait of this. If it's now spoken or later spoken, what is the use? It's already spoken. We have to go from this world. We have to go, all of us. Nobody can stay here. It's already destiny to everyone. So, and then if what is the most important, what we are doing? If we have like our time about, nowadays the people, the age has decreased also a little bit. I mean, some they die with 60, 70. Well, let's say 60, 70 is like one average age. So then what we really do with these 60 years? Also now we have to think that, yes, first of all, each human, it has the same exact amount of hours, of minutes, of seconds, days, so it's all the same. But what I'm doing in this time, because a lot of, let's say if we are living up to 60, 70 years, then what, if we calculate now, 15 years is already childhood. So that is gone, just in playing, 15 years. Then the last 5 to 10 years we have some physical limitations. There are like so many problems will creep in because of the body which is naturally coming, and then also our activities will decrease, and 20 years we will just lie in bed. Can you imagine? 20 years we just lie in bed. So these are almost now like 30, 35 years. Then if someone is living 50, 60 years, then 25 are left, or 30, let's say. But then still one has to eat, one has to brush the teeth, to do so many things not relating to this body. And also to work, so one has to work, make the living. So what, really, that is why we sing those bhajans, but we really reflect deeply on this? Kama, Kamala, Dalla, Jala, Chivana, Dalamala, the Kamala, Dalla, the life is like Pajahure Mana, Shinandanandana, Abhaya Charanara Vindare, Kamala, Dalla, Jala, Chivana, we sing, So it's like that fraction, which is, the life is just like a bubble in the ocean. It's just gone. It's nothing. Like a drop on the lotus which is rolling down. By any movement it falls down. So this is our jivan, our life. And so yes, so we have to really think deeply what we do with this time, what we have. It's already so less. So why don't be serious and invest it nicely, so that the outcome will be great. And because otherwise surely the consequences we have to pay. If we don't use this human body which we get for a higher purpose, then it's really a serious thing. It's not a joke. So otherwise we have to get our reactions. And so reactions will be there for all our spoiled time, let's say, and we will repent. So yeah, that is, but even more rare, he is saying that Dullava Manushya Deho Dehanam Chanabangwa Tatrapi Dullabam Manyeva Kunta Priya Darshanam. So this human birth is already rare to get, very difficult to get, because so many life species are there, and to have this human form is very, very unique and rare. But what is even more rare than to get this human form is do Vaikuntha Priya Darshan, to have the darshan of one Vaikuntha Parshad. There's last time we had also a discussion about the meaning of Parshad, and because they're different, sometimes Sanskrit is very, and we find out that there's one verse, it's also a known verse, well-known verse, Krishna Varanam Krishna Krishnam Sangha Sa Anga Upaanga Ashtra Parshadam. It's explained that here the circle around Mahaprabhu, his associates are explained. So he is saying that the Sa Anga, the first circle, is like Nitai and Advaita and the Panchatattva, and then there's Upaanga, that is Shivas, and the Parshads actually are the confidential servants, like the 6 Goswamis, Swarup Gosai, then Rai Ramananda, Gadada Pandit, like this. So there is some difference from the Parshads. And the second line says, Yasya, Yagya Sankirtana Praya Yajantihi Sumerasha. That who is really intelligent? Like those who use this life for Sankirtan, no? For that Sankirtan Yagya. For that purpose of, in this age especially, Harinam, to chant the holy name. No? That is the Sankirtan Yagya, the Dharma of this age. So it's the most easy process actually for these bonded jivas, especially in Kali Yuga. And first they will attain purification because of this chanting, and then also Golokera Brahmadan Harinama Sankirtan, the wealth of Golok, of Vrindavan, can manifest. You know, that highest love can be manifested in the heart by chanting those holy names. So all these opportunities, no, we get, and we have it so by just being close to these commanders or associates of Gauranitai, our Guru Varga, now Babaji Maharaj, no? So we have a great chance that it's really only if we try to exploit this material world with our senses that we are cheated, and we cannot realize this golden opportunity which we have. And so many people are cheated of this opportunity. They are not able to realize it. So we are usually so charmed, no, by all this, most of the people, by all these decorations and different ornaments of this material world, which Maya Devi is putting everywhere. And that we have really lost all our shame. Because we have really completely forgotten to whom all these things belong, no? So we are no better than thieves. We are like the greatest thieves actually, because we have no Guru Darshan. Maybe you know there's one pastime also, it's from Chaitanya Bhagavat. There, it's a very nice pastime where there's that with Nityananda Prabhu, and there was once a Brahmin. He was a Brahmin, but somehow, because of bad association, he became like a thief and a robber, and he lived in Navadvip. And he had also his friends, and they were also all thieves, so they make one nice group, no? Like one gang. And in this way they roam through the streets of Navadvip and try to steal from the houses and different people. And one day they saw that because Nityananda, he is very attractively decorated, no? With all these kinds of ornaments which he is wearing, because he is Avadut. So it's very astonishing appearance. And they saw all this. So their eyes had already, the dollars in the eye, let's say. I mean, they know if we get these jewels, then for how long we can take rest and enjoy our life. So they make a master plan. They just collected all their weapons and whatever they have, no? And because that time Nityananda, he was staying in Hiranya's house, and the devotees there were dancing and doing Sankirtan. Nityananda was just taking prasada, and they came out of the bushes from the forest and seeing this scenery. And then they just say, okay, now let's wait. Now they will also go to sleep, and then when they go to sleep, we will steal. We will start to go inside that building, and then we will rob them. We will rob all those ornaments. We will steal all those ornaments. And so in the meantime, while they were waiting, they were just dreaming, what they will do, no? Like sometimes also the material people, they always fantasize, when I have this, I will do that, and when I have this and that. So they were also speculating and dreaming, they will get these earrings of Nitai, or some other said, I will get the ankles of ankle bells, or some bracelets. So they already try to enjoy it mentally. And but somehow, because Nityananda is also knowing everything very well, so he sits in the heart of everyone, and their eyelids somehow became heavy, like 5-10 kg, so they could they had just to fall into deep sleep, unconscious, and very deep sleep. And then the next morning, it was already, the sun was up and the birds start to chirp, also the crows, and they just open slowly their eyes, and as if they had a very heavy night yesterday, and then they start to quarrel with each other, because they know now this chance is over. Now they have to go back to the forest, hide all their weapons, and if somebody sees them, then also big problem. So we miss this opportunity, this chance. And then, but someone of the thieves, he said that, I think it's the plan of Chandi that we were bewildered like this, and because they were worshippers of Kali, no? And Chandi is another name for Kali. So they say, okay, then maybe Chandi became upset with us. I mean, the plan was not working because we did not worship her before we want to do this robbery thing. And so today, one said, so today let's offer some wine and meat and to Chandi Devi, and then we get her blessings. And then, yes, so they did this, and the next day, next night, they were again approaching this house. But then what happened, that very illustrious, powerful soldiers, they were walking around this house and all chanting, Hari, Hari, Hari Bol. And one was like powerful, like hundreds, he can kill hundreds alone. So they were astonished, what happened, from where these people, from where these soldiers are coming. They are walking around the house of where Nita is inside. And then they thought that, yes, somehow this Avadut, he must have understood something, he is omniscient, he must get a clue of our plan. And so I think he said we have to drop this matter. We cannot do now. It's impossible with these figures who are roaming around here. We have no chance to do anything. Then they suggested someone that, okay, let's wait some days, maybe 10 days somehow, and then we can come back to try it again. And so the days were passing, and yes, finally they thought now is the day, so we will have the chance. But as soon they arrive on the spot, then they themselves, it was already night, but they became blind. No, and very some of them, they were falling in the ditches where the food remnants are thrown. No, all the remnants of the prasad is there, and were all bitten by insects and different scorpions and mosquitoes, and so they were completely in a painful situation. And some of them, of those thieves, they fell in like thorn bushes, very big thorns, so they could not walk anymore. They were just rolling on the ground and suffering so much. Some fall in deep holes, and they broke their legs and arms, and all were just crying like anything. And it was a very difficult situation for them, and it started also a heavy rain, thunder and ice cold rain, and also ice was coming from the sky. Lightning bolts were striking them, and in this way they suffered immensely, so it was unbearable. And then one of these brahmanas, the brahmana, so-called brahmana, because we cannot say that he's a brahmana, but previously he was a brahmana and then became engaged in those sinful activities. So, but he realized that, this Nitai, he must be the Supreme Lord. He is doing all these things. So first day he told he has made us sleep, he has made us unconscious, and the second day he arranged all those soldiers which were roaming around his house there, and yes, now we are in that painful situation, in this dark night, completely wet, soaked with all dirt and everywhere bitten, and broken arms, broken legs. So he said, but that time, now, this Brahman, he started to realize, and he wanted to take shelter in Nitai. Now there's also a beautiful prayer, which hopeless persons, they always pray, Bhumaus kalitam patam pumer eva valambanam, tvaichata parananam tam eva sharanam prabhu. That means, like, if I'm such an offender, that, oh my Lord, only you can be my shelter. Like the ground or the earth is the only shelter for someone who falls down. So please save me, oh forgive me, I'm a great offender, I'm a sinful person. No, this is last time also we were discussing about this pancha samskaras which are necessary to, which was regret, no, tapa pundaram tatanama mantra yagyas chapanchamaha. This we discussed last time. So tapa means like that, it's like a burning inside. I regret really deeply that, what I have done, I'm a great offender. So they were in that position now by Nitai's mercy somehow, and they were really almost going half dead, not half dead, almost dead. They went home, and but Nitai somehow saved them. So that Brahman leader, he took part in the morning in the Ganga somehow, and he ran to the lotus feet of Nitai, and he fled and give Dandavat Pranam and hold the lotus feet of Nitai, and then in that way he was taking shelter, and Nitai just was sitting and he was smiling, and like saying, don't worry, I know everything. And in this way the Brahman was confessing that everything in front of Nitai, and Nitai also was very happy, and Nitai said that, you're very fortunate because you are Krishna, you are actually Krishna's service, you have forgotten, but now you came again to the right track. So what to speak, such a great mercy has fallen on your head. So, and Nitai told him, Nityananda Prabhu, that from now on just lead the religious life, no? Chant the holy name and change your life completely. Now is the time to start something completely new, fresh. So in this way also you can influence all those other thieves and robbers, so you make them also devotees, he was telling. So that you preach to all these thieves also, so they can change their hearts like you. And then Nitai, he gave a garland, and he was very happy. And so in this way actually, because that story, that is it not the story of all of us, no? Because we are all like thieves in one way. So we're trying to steal all the which belongs actually to the Lord. No, we try to enjoy that which is meant for the Lord's pleasure. In this material world, if we try to enjoy those things, then we are thieves. We can only be called thieves. So we are in that position. And that is why we are also getting beaten, by Maya. So like Nityananda, he has arranged all this. He has created such illusions just to make them somehow aware, and also in the last day created some painful situations. So also in our life, it's somehow these situations are favorable, just that we realize something like this Brahma. Oh yes, I have to surrender to the Lord. I'm a thief, everything belongs to the Lord. I have to, why? So we should really feel some kind of shame, and in this way come in front of Guru and Vaishnava. If we have this attitude in front of Guru and Vaishnava, you see, like a beggar or someone comes in a kingdom, then how he will feel? He will feel very useless, like Sudama, when he was walking in the palace of Krishna. He feels so wretched and low. So, but we should also feel like to be as a poor servant in the kingdom of God, and then we cannot be proud of anything. And then in this way, very humble, we can try to learn, what means really, what is Bhoga darshan and what is Seva darshan from Guru and Vaishnava. If you approach with folded hands, oh please Gurudev, now I was always trying to enjoy everything myself, which belongs actually to the Lord, which is Bhoga darshan, enjoying mood. But now please teach me what is Seva darshan, how I can change my life, how I can have this, how I can develop this. So to learn this, that is to learn Guru darshan, to have to, that one is seeing everything is superior than me and meant for Krishna's service, not for my senses. So to learn to no more use our material senses for our own enjoyment. That is 99.99% in this world, they have Bhoga darshan. So that's why we need to be really very focused, and actually it's almost impossible. Without the mercy of Guru and Vaishnava, we cannot navigate through this material world without being influenced by this Bhoga darshan. That is very, very difficult, because all around they just try to enjoy the surroundings. Everything what they see, what they touch, what they hear, what they do, they think is for their enjoyment, for that, because they are thinking they are the body, they are the mind, and what is meant for these senses, that is their greatest enjoyment, and for that they are living, that is their life. So it's really to get Seva darshan is not so easy, but if we humbly come in front of Guru and Vaishnava, they will really teach us that. And once also Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he was asked who is a real disciple, and he said that when a disciple really sees Gurudev as the representative of God, of Krishna, and that Guru has the full responsibility for my well-being. So if we have this understanding, if we can surrender this way, then Prabhupada is saying that he is a real disciple. And then because that disciple, whatever arrangements Gurudev makes, one will gladly accept. It is, yes, so this is our final goal, to really be like that danda in the hand of Gurudev. A danda cannot move from himself, like Babaji Maharaj gives sometimes this example with when he was asking his Gurudev, what really means surrender? And Gurudev told him, Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami, you see this danda, my son, you see this danda. So how it can move? So Babaji Maharaj said, it can only move if you move it. So the danda cannot move by itself. So in this way, that means surrender. If we are just like this danda. So we can only move according to Gurudev. Otherwise, we have no power. So that is actually, if one really surrendered to Gurudev, then whatever Gurudev's arrangements are, one will gladly accept them. Because Gurudev is moving me here and there. So, yeah. So this way, yeah, we have to use this short time which we before try to calculate or make little bit aware, give little bit awareness. What little time is there, just to use it properly, to start really every day to think, or how can I use every second, every minute, every hour in this day perfectly, not to spoil it, not to waste it. Because anyway, I have so less time, so how I can get the greatest benefit out of this? If we just live our days without this awareness, then we cannot make any progress. So we need really to deal very carefully with this time what each one of us has, because the setting of the sun is already approaching, and so we have to think really thousands and thousands of times how to be engaged during the day. If we just talk with people uselessly, or how we spend our time, with just there are millions of things how we can spoil the time. And all the advertisements and all the people in this world, is based just on this, just to spoil our time. So yeah, in this way I hope somehow I could transmit some of my feelings in this regard, and maybe it's helpful for one or the other. I think I will stop, and someone wants to say something or add something, ask something, then please feel free, and otherwise we will have our next program next week by the mercy of Guru and Vaishnava. So Dandavat, Jai Gaura, Hare Krishna.